Hi, Marty Wilson from More Funny, More Money coming to you with another tip on how to use humour as your secret weapon in business. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to sell without selling. You see, if I say to you, I'm a very trustworthy person, your prefrontal cortex, this front part of your brain here, shuts in and very quickly decides whether you believe me or not. But if I tell you a story that just happens to illustrate that I'm a really trustworthy person, then it's actually a different part of your brain listens to stories as listens to facts and persuasion. It's the limbic system, the older part of your brain where all the emotions sit. And so if I tell you a story, then it bypasses your judgment centers and you're far more open to listening to what goes on. Because, hi, Marty Wilson from More Funny, More Money coming to you with another tip about how to use humour as your secret weapon in business. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to sell without selling, because so many of us don't like selling. You see, if I say to you, I'm a really trustworthy person, you listen to that and evaluate that in your prefrontal cortex, the front part of your brain here, the higher part of the brain that separates us from lower animals. But if I tell you a story that just happens to illustrate that I'm a very trustworthy person, we actually listen to stories with a different part of our brain. When we listen to stories, it's actually the limbic system, the emotional part of our brain, where we listen to stories. And so if I tell you a story that just happens to illustrate that I'm a very trustworthy person, it bypasses your judgment centers and goes straight to your emotions and you connect with it emotionally. And there's a thing that happens called a referential shift. See, as you're watching this video now, you're seeing an image of Marty Wilson talking to you. But if I start telling you a story about on the way here today, this thing happened that proved that I'm a really trustworthy person. I was sitting on the train and this person next to me who had a really bright red jacket turned to me. Now, I'm going to stop the story there because what's happening in your brain is imagining me sitting on a train next to a person in a bright red jacket. That's a thing called a referential shift that happens. You stop seeing Marty Wilson talking to you and your brain starts imagining what's going on in the story. And that's the power behind telling someone a story about what you're trying to sell them. So, if you're trying to sell somebody something, if you're trying to influence them in some way, tell them a story that illustrates the benefits to what you're trying to sell them, and that'll bypass their judgment centers. If you'd like to learn some of these techniques, go to morefunnymormoney.com. If you'd like me to come along to an event and teach your people how to do this, please go to martywilson.com.au.